覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Hi, I'm Worldbreaker Koo, and this video is broken down into two parts. The part you're watching now will be for the diorama. The second part will be later for the turtles themselves. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Welcome to Worldbreaker Koo's Reviews. I'm your host, Worldbreaker Koo, and we're looking at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the figures. So I'll turn this down so we can actually see the box. I was one of those lucky people to actually get a hold of this set, so very fortunate there. Very appreciative of it. And the box, you have to forgive me, it's really large, so it's going to be a little bit different for this review. There you can see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the side, the art, very similar to the movie case. I don't have, unfortunately, because I don't have the VHS anymore, but I had the movie. And it's the same thing, you know, very done in the same grain. The only thing missing is April used to be there next to Raphael, but these pictures are all just the action figures. And the music is starting to get too much, so I'm going to have to stop that. But yeah, I thought they did a great job with the box art. It's a slip cover, so it looks really cool. Let's see how cool I am. If I can slip it off one-handed, and I cannot. So we'll look at that in a minute. I also was lucky enough to get the 250 version that included the diorama, because I've always wanted a larger diorama. I've created my own, but this is a lot less work for probably a good sweet deal. So I love the box here. I remember when I first was a kid and I saw this, you know, picture. I was like, holy smokes. The Ninja Turtles are coming to movie theaters and it looks so realistic. I was a kid, so cut me some slack on that. There's some more side art there. Now I try to keep this as short as possible, but with giving you enough information about the set. There's a little background portion of it. They're talking about some things there, but I really want to give you guys enough idea of what the set's like. I'm very disappointed that this couldn't have been mass produced. I understand why, because NECA does not own the license for the Ninja Turtles. Playmates does, so they can only do so many. So Playmates only allowed them to do 2,000 of these sets and 5,000 sets for these as a whole. So that's not a lot of sets when you think about all the collectors in the world. You got some people like, you know, Sharmus Prime with 200, 300, 400,000 people as fans. So that's not a lot of people to go around and get these. So don't get mad at NECA for not getting these out to more. They just don't own the license. So I'm going to pause it so we can see the slipcover. This is where the Ninja Turtles were in. It's a very nice display piece. I didn't keep them in there, of course, because I was like a kid in a candy store. Couldn't wait to get them out. In the back, which you can't really see, let's see if I can pull it out a little bit. There's a sewer background that looks really cool. It's just hard to see because it's so dark and so black. So there's that too. But now, let's get into the figures. Okay. Sweeping on in, you get a chance to see a little bit of the Worldbreaker station. This is where I do all my reviews and all that cool stuff. There's my computer. But yeah, this is my station where I do my reviews, and usually I have a little more room, but now ever since I got this set, I have a little bit less room, but I'm happy about it. So I have to do some changing around. Let's get this out of the way. So here we go with the Worldbreaker Koo, or I'm sorry, the SDCC Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle diorama with the figures. So as you can see, this thing is quite massive. So here is a ruler. And it's 12 inches. So it's, as you can see, over just about a foot deep. Yep, just about a foot deep. Okay. Now I want to say about 18 inches long. There's 12 right there. I misspoke. That's over 2 feet long. Well over. So, you know what you're kind of getting into. And it's still on the box. It's 18 inches high. I don't believe that. I think it's higher. So that's 12 inches there. It's close. It's close, if you don't count the cardboard, of course. So you can see there's a background here. It's a nice like plastic cardboard, so it's not going to mess up or fade or get damaged with water over time, as long as you're careful with it. It's a nice durable top. Underneath this portion here are some little spots to kind of keep it more sturdy. So this is a very sturdy set. It's plastic, so you don't have to worry about things falling off. There's bricks here on the side that you have to peg in. I'm assuming that later on, because they were talking about mass marketing this diorama, so I'm assuming they're going to add little pieces that you can add, like maybe like a ladder or some devices like this. This air conditioner. There is a brick like this for a hole, and instead you can plug the air conditioner there, and they added the extra like mold coming down or water. So I'm assuming they'll have stuff in the future for where they've asked to market these pieces, so that way you can customize them to your own liking. This part comes out as well. So do the windows. You have to assemble those, and the windows look like this because I left one window open. That's plastic. So it looks pretty cool. I dig it a lot. And again, I'm sorry for the shaky camera. It's just, this is so large. I don't really have the necessary devices to review it properly, but I do want to review it. So there's that. Get some more light in here. And there's the window I left open. You can actually sit figures inside of there, but you want to make sure you take this part off because there's the cardboard, because there are pieces that keep that locked in place. But inside here, again, I'm going to try to do some things with like some lighting to see how that affects things. Like, for example, I think if you had like something set up in here, you can really get a good idea of what it looks like inside. Maybe have some lighting coming in the back, put something in the background. So yeah, you can have fun with this set. You can have a lot of fun with this set. There's plenty of space up here. You got about, what is that, 6 inches of space up here for where Raphael and Leonardo's at. Another 5 inches up here. And surprisingly, the bottom, since there's so much other stuff, has the least amount with only 4. But I love how the detail is. You can see there's cracked pieces on here. That's not dust, that's a weathering effect on these pieces. And they really got some dirt and grime, and it looks really good. Even these pieces here you put in. So I give the diorama out of 10 a 9 out of 10. It killed it. The only thing that could have made it even higher, which you can't go out of 10, higher than 10, is if it had some sort of lighting source that really would have killed it. But I'm going to add that myself. So there's that. Now let's do a more stable review and look at the figures.